Hey guys, and welcome back to another Kaspa video. Let's do an update for Kaspa, because the big question is what can we expect next for Kaspa. But before we dive in, please like the video of course and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. So the fear and greed index is around neutral mode. Nonetheless, Bitcoin raised 3.3% over the last week. And if we take a look at Kaspa, it's sitting in spot number 38, if I'm correct, yes. We also raised with almost 4%, so we are following Bitcoin. So the Kaspa price for right now is influenced by the Bitcoin movements. Because we don't have an expansional amount of hype for Kaspa right now. We will get it in the future when we have new listings and new fundamental updates and so on. But for now it's following Bitcoin. So for some of you maybe that sounds and looks a little bit boring in the sense of price action, but these times are normal, and you have to have your conviction. And if you don't have a bag yet, these are great DCA opportunities. So I hope you take action on that. So if you take a look at Kaspa right now, we have a market cap of around $2.3 billion with a volume of 12 million. The volume is down over the last 24 hours. That's normal. We had a nice pump the last couple of days, and now the volume is going down. So it also means that there isn't that big of a sell volume right now. If we take a look at the chart, before we going to take a look at the charts, I gave you all some hidden clues about a possible spot listing for Kaspa on Binance, but a lot of you couldn't actually find the message on Google. I just searched it and it's showing up again. No, this coin is not listed on Binance for Trader Service. We are still collecting it. Please come back later. So I thought this is a really great sign, a bullish sign that they are actually collecting the Kaspa coin. If you don't find the answer here, then take a look in... you can find it in the meta description sometimes. Let me see. So if you search for this, Kaspa listing Binance, you don't get it here right now. But if you take a look at the meta description over here, you can find it as well. So if you want to check it out for yourself, just search for Kaspa listing Binance and it will show in the top, or you can find it back in the meta description. And I'm sure it wasn't there earlier last week. It's since a couple of days that Binance shows this message. All right, let's dive into the technical side of Kaspa. So, as you know, the green lines are support levels or support zones, and the red lines are resistance levels or resistance zones. So from support levels, most of the time there is buy pressure around support levels, so you get a price reversal. So over here we touched with the wick the 9.2 cents support level, and we wicked up because there was a lot of buy pressure, and there probably will also if we're going to hit this area again, there will be a lot of buy pressure again. Around the resistance levels, for example over here around 11.11 cents, there is sell pressure, and that's why you get a wick up, but the price is going down after us because sellers are sitting over here to sell their trade. They opened a long position probably over here, and they are selling over here with a profit. So that's how support and resistance zones or levels are working. So for now, this is a small support / resistance level because it's the 10 cents. It's a psychological level most of the time. A couple of days ago, we wicked above the 11 or the 10.5 cents resistance level successfully. Yesterday we pumped above as well, or sorry, the day before yesterday. And yesterday we get rejected around the 11 cents area, and we dropped actually below the 10.5 cents support level. So for now, I'm going to make this a resistance level because it is a resistance level again. We are down right now, so the question is, are we going to retest today or maybe tomorrow the 10.5 cents resistance level again, and we're going to flip it again into a support before we're going to retest the 11 cents area? Or actually, are we going to retest the 10 cent psychological support level, or even the 9.8 level support level? So that is the big question. I think every Kaspa coin you can buy below 10 cents is a great deal, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's at least my opinion. You can draw lines, you can do technical analysis on this, but I'm only looking most of the times at support and resistance level because it works 99 out of the 100 times. It is a correct analysis. And again, Kaspa will follow Bitcoin. So we can do a lot of things, but without any more hype for Kaspa, the price will just follow Bitcoin. And that is fine for right now. Nothing to worry about. Fundamental news will come. All right, so that is it for Kaspa. And if you take a look at Bitcoin, as you can see, we bounced off a couple of days ago from the 38.5K support level, and we flipped the 41K resistance into a support, and now we're ranging around 42K level. And the big question, in my opinion, is are we going to retest the 44K level again, as we did a couple of weeks ago, and are we going to flip it into support, or are we going to get rejected and we will go down to retest the 41K level? Nothing to worry about. You know, the deal with Bitcoin is that big whales, big players, they decide what's going to happen with Bitcoin and not you and me. So we don't have to worry about it. The prices of Bitcoin, they will go up eventually. We're going to hit that 100K level sooner or later. It can be this year, it can be next year. We have to wait and see. But all the good fundamental altcoins will follow Bitcoin in the end. So I think if you have the right picks in your portfolio, you will be good, and you only have to need some big conviction and big patience, and you will be fine if you play out your profit-taking strategy in a good way, of course. All right, let's take a look at some metrics for Kaspa, because it is a bullish sign that the hash rate is still increasing. We are sitting around 156 petahashes, so that is really great. You see a slowly increasement into the hash rate, so it means there are more miners at work. So that is awesome, because in fact it is a fundamental of the project. I mean, more miners means more security for the network, and most of the times the price will eventually follow the petahashes. I'm not saying it's going to $155, but I mean that the price will follow, will increase also. If we take a look at the address distribution, you can see we had some accumulation over the last 24 hours. It's looking great. All good, nothing special, and nothing to worry about. So that's great. And the top 10 addresses, there are some changes in some of them, but nothing special in my opinion. I'm really curious who is the number 8, who is the number 10, and it would be nice to get a tag on the number 1 address, although I think it's the KuCoin address, or at least one of the KuCoin addresses. All right, so this is it for now. We have to wait and see what Bitcoin is going to do, or we have to wait and see for a fundamental news before the price of Kaspa will fly to the upside. But for now, you have a great entry point. You can DCA into these levels. In my opinion, that's a great option for now. So if you watch this whole video and you like my idea, my opinions on Kaspa and so on, then I would like you to consider to join the Patreon. I'm just starting up the Patreon. We have a couple of members. There are some couple spots left in the founding members tier. It's only $17 per month. It's really cheap, and I'm trying to give all the value I know to the audience, to the members, so that we can join and each other, and we can move like one big group of smart investors, so that we are going to have great returns this year and in the next year. So if you like that, you are very welcome. You can find the link below in the description. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. And for now, I wish you a really great day. Crypto T out.